Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So again, continuing from yesterday's fight. So as I said yesterday that I will be using Sharp Tongue with Superman because it's doing very good damage. So yeah, that is what we are going to do. First fight we are using Superman with Sharp Tongue and with Killer Frost and Justice League Flash. So yeah, let's see how it goes. The main thing that like makes the Sharp Tongue do a lot of damage is the damage against target modifier which Superman has built in. So that is the thing, that's the reason why this artifact works very well with him. Like even at level 3, like right now my artifact Sharp Tongue is just at level 3, but it still does a lot of damage. The main reason is the damage buff and the incoming damage. That is the main reason why that happens. So first, the gameplay is again usual only. We are not doing anything different. First we got the incoming damage stacks, and yeah, now you can see the damage on the special 3s. So we will be just building combo and then doing the special 3 on the high combo. That is what we are going to do, and we will deal a lot of damage with that now, as you can see here. Okay, that was 250 million. That was nice. And the Superman damage buff also increases with time. Yeah, 272 million. So yeah, that's pretty nice damage on these specials. Okay, here there was a problem, like because of the super move we lost combo actually, but that's fine. And okay, 300 million, better value. It will increase with time obviously because the damage buff of Superman is increasing. So yeah, that's how Sharp Tongue works on Superman. Very good, very good. It's pretty nice to use, feels good to play with it. So yeah, that was about Sharp Tongue on Superman. Then let's move to the next fight. Next I think we'll have Aquaman with Beta Club and Raven with passive stats, Power Girl with passive stats. Yeah. So now again the usual thing, we stack damage buff with King and we stack darkness with Raven. We can do both of these simultaneously, because unlike previously when I used Fire and Knife on Aquaman, I used to stack the Fire and Knife first and then I would tag in Raven. Now we don't need to do anything like that because we don't need to stack anything for King. You just need to stack his damage buff, which we can do simultaneously along with Raven's darkness. So that is what we are going to do. So yeah. Okay. So now we are getting some 5. Okay, this was like 9 million I guess. 12 million per second. So it will increase as you keep building the damage against target and the damage buff for King. Okay. Okay, there we have some 25 million I guess. Also I haven't done any jump attacks there, so that's 35 million on a lethal I guess. I don't think it was a crit. Yeah, we are getting 35 million there. Pretty good value actually. Okay, is it, how much was that? I didn't see. Oh, I think that's 100 million, 105 million there. Oh, I think so. I think it's 105 million. Okay, that is nice. Anyways, Beta Club works well with a damage buff and incoming damage combination together, so that is quite obvious that we would do that much damage. Anyways, let's move to the next fight. So next up we have Raiden with Catchy Hook and usual setup, usual Mortal Kombat team, but we swap out God Killer with Catchy Hook. That is what we do. Now I do have a problem with Catchy Hook. The problem is that right now the Catchy Hook is at lower level, so because of that what happens is the unhittable or the block, sorry, not unhittable, it is the block disable, right? So when you disable the block, the duration of the block disabled is very low, and on top of that the damage buff also, the duration of the damage buff is also very low. So that just goes away quickly. That is the only thing I am facing here. But again, see, that is not a big deal for this team, because see, Raiden is going to be in the fight for the most part. Okay, so for him the block disabled duration being less doesn't affect at all, because he's going to be in the fight for the most part. That will become a problem if you are playing against say for example you are using Batwoman the round and you are using a Catchy Hook on Batwoman the round. So in that case what happens is, for the most part, once you activate Crisis Energy, Robin King remains in the fight for the most part to keep the puppet active. Okay, right, so if you are using puppet, so then what happens is, there is a chance that the block disable just goes away if your Catchy Hook is at a very low level. And I actually did face that problem, and we will have that fight in this video. I did a Batwoman the round fight with Catchy Hook instead of God Killer, and we'll see in that fight how that is a problem, at least for a lower level Catchy Hook. Once the Catchy Hook is at higher levels, then I don't think that's going to be a problem. But till then, it is a problem that I faced today. So, and we do have it in the fight today. So we'll see in this video today. We'll see that. Here for the Mortal Kombat team, it's not a big deal. Like, they're doing pretty good damage. I think it's around 30 to 31 million per second, something like that. So yeah, pretty comfortable one shot. And let's move to the next fight. So next fight, I think so it's EPI. So I made a mistake here, big mistake. EPI here has attack disable immunity, which means you can't disable her specials. And the team I'm using is Ninja Batman with Beta Club and Joker with Puppet. So the problem is, if you activate Puppet with Joker, you have one less negative effect. And my Beta Club, its dot duration is very low because it's only level 5. So here, because of these two things, I messed this up actually, and I was not able to keep Puppet active at all for the whole fight. That's what happened. And like, initially when I started this fight, I did not realize what I had done. I realized it pretty late that you can't disable her specials. So no matter how hard you try, getting 5 negative effects is always going to be difficult here, and you can't really keep Puppet active. So that is what you can see in this fight. Like, I'm just desperately trying to keep the Puppet active, but as soon as the Beta Club dot goes away, it's gone, the Puppet's gone, and I'll just keep getting in and out of infinite power here. That's what's going to happen. We do have the damage for one shot, that's not a big deal, but you can see here, like, I'm just not able to keep the Puppet active at all. And all this time I'm just not realizing that she has attack disable immunity. I realized it pretty late into the fight, and I tried to adjust my gameplay accordingly. Like, what you can do is, in such a case, once you have Joker in the fight, and then you tag Batman back in quickly before the previous dot value expires, so that you can reapply the dot before the previous one expires, and that way you can not lose Puppet at all. That is what you will have to do, and it is not it is not the easiest thing, obviously, but I tried to do that a little bit towards the end, and I did get a good amount of damage. Like, right now you can see just 1 minute left, and we haven't done a lot of damage, but I still got some damage here. So I realized it later on, and then I adjusted the gameplay. Here you can see so yeah, you bring in Joker, you keep doing the specials. Now you tag Batman back in just before the previous dot goes away, and then you don't lose Puppet. That is what you'll have to do, in such a case when you can't do specials disabled. So this is how I adjusted the gameplay, but again it was too little too late, and but we still did a good amount of damage. You can see there in the last 1 minute or so we almost took out her whole health. That's how strong this team is with Beta Club AS. That's what we can say, I guess. Yeah, we are doing good damage there, around 70 million per second. And but again, I realized my mistake very late, and I wasn't really able to do much there. And I missed this one shot by a very very low value. I think that's 26 million health left, which is pretty bad. I mean, I just could have done this gameplay from the beginning of the fight, and we could have very easily killed her. But anyways, that's fine. Like, can't really do anything about it now, And then for the cleanup, we have John Constantine with Fahrenheit, and we are supports our Elder Swamp Thing and Shazam. Elder Swamp Thing, obviously, it's the obvious choice, he is necessary there, and we have Shazam. So normally, if you have a little bit higher health, you would use John, and you would use a Raven for damage against target. Without Raven, John is like useless. He doesn't do a great amount of damage, but here it's just 26 million health left, so I thought that this much should be sufficient. He doesn't need Raven for this small amount of damage, so that's the reason we are just using him for a cleanup. And yeah, stacking Fahrenheit is very easy with him because of the shield that he has. And okay, I might do this team also. Like, I might use John with Fahrenheit and Raven combo. I think that can be tried. I would like to try it sometime, because I have been using the combination of John with Twin Blade and Raven with whatever passive stats, and with that setup I'm able to do like 500 to 600 million damage, not more than that. And I would mostly use them for cleanups only. But here with Fahrenheit, I think the damage against target will increase the damage by a lot, and he might be able to do more damage. That's what I think. So yeah, I might try it in the future, but I'm not sure, because again, he's not the strongest character, and it might just be a waste of a pip, So yeah, anyways, let's move to the next fight. So yeah, this is the fight I was talking about, that I used Batwoman with Catchy Hook, and the problem that I faced is like right now my Catchy Hook is at level 1, I suppose. Let me check. Yeah, it's level 1. So the problem is, you see, you get the damage buff by doing swipe attacks with Catchy Hook, and for level 1 Catchy Hook, the duration of the damage buff is 15 seconds, and the duration of the crisis energy activation of Batwoman underground is 16 seconds. And so the problem is, Robin King stays in the fight for 16 seconds after you activate crisis energy, and the damage buff then expires because its duration is less than 16 seconds. So that is one problem. But again, as I'm saying, that like it's not a problem. It's just that I'll have to level up my Catchy Hook a little bit, and so yeah, and it won't be a problem. Another thing, like here, as you see, Robin King died. I think her specials and this thing, what is it called, super move is armor pierce, I guess. That's the reason he died. So that is another problem I realized while playing, that normally you use a god killer, and you reduce the attack, so your Robin King doesn't die most of the times. And here I did not realize it, and he just died. But anyways, it's fine, not a big deal again. So the damage buff part is the only thing that I faced as a problem, because that is again not really a problem. It's just that Catchy Hook, I'll have to level it up, and then it would be fine, I guess. It won't be a big deal. Yeah, but the damage is good. Like you can see with the damage buff, she's doing good amount of damage. So from that point of view, I think it's surely an upgrade over God Killer. The damage is more than God Killer, 100%. So yeah, That is nice. So I will level up these artifacts a little bit. Like right now I am in Rise of Krypton Solar Raid, so my current objective is just leveling up Beta Club, and after that we will be choosing the Dark Knight Solar Raid, and we will try to level up these two artifacts, Catchy Hook and Sharp Tongue. Sharp Tongue I don't think needs that much of a leveling up. It's still strong without the level up, but Catchy Hook will need the level up, because because of the damage buff duration and the block disable duration. For that part, Catchy Hook needs to be leveled up. We'll do that. We will eventually do that, but yeah. Anyways, moving to the next fight, and the last fight of this video, we have Atrocitus, and we have Supergirl with Fire and Knife, the usual team with Grodd and Flash as supports. So just trying to finish the last fight quickly. That's the reason we are going with this team, the strongest team, you can say. It is the strongest team. So anyways, yeah, super moves done for both, and now he will be dead in a few seconds. Like, as we build the damage against target, the damage buff, all these things, and the Fire and Knife stacks, all these three things we are building up simultaneously, and as these three things start increasing, the damage also increases very high. As you can see there, look at how his health bar is just vanishing quickly. Yeah, anyways, that is the last fight of this video, and let's meet in the next video then. Thank you very much.